Talking with famous people. And Abraham, my coach, is even more like he leads with FE. And like you were saying about sometimes saying rude things to get out of conversations or whatever. I say to him, I just finished saying to him not very long ago. Okay, dude, you need to start a YouTube channel so you'll always have people to chat with because I'm busy and you're distracting me. And he was distracting me with his nonsense, fucking, sending me messages. And the thing is, the problem being that it's very much dependent on the nature of the message as to whether or not I think I want to spend time on it, or whether it's distracting me, or whether it's what I want to attend to. And his messages are reflective of his type. They're things like, he'll send me stuff that conveys to me how he feels about things or how other people feel about things. He conveys how he feels through other people's emotions. So he sent me this one video that expressed basically like, oh, I can't believe I'm so happy I did that. Wait, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh my God, why did I do that? It was that little thing of emotion. He sent me a little video that did that. And that was his way of expressing to me the idea of he thought he was doing the right thing. He was really happy about it. Then he realized, and then he started blaming it. His way of explaining what happened.
So instead of like, that's where I guess he leads with FE. So he was kind of saying how he feels through like other people's emotions, like you said, like a video. That's really interesting. That I've noticed. I have another friend who tests as an INTP, or I'm not sure exactly what he is, but he's pretty similar to me, and that's how he acts when he like shares his thoughts about anything. It's always through the lens of another person, and that just now hit me. Like that's interesting. Is that an FE thing? Yeah.
Yeah, well, especially with the way Abraham does it, he sends me a lot of facial expression stuff. Or do they cut out?
Oh no, I heard like knocking. I think it's just
Okay.
my family.
Yeah, he sends me a lot of facial expression stuff. So it's just he'll obviously when we're talking about concrete work things, he's going to be sending me concrete work emails like, yes, I talked to her, blah 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 blah. But when he's just chatting with me, I mean, he sends me
Emojis and whatnot, the emoticons.
Yeah, well, he uses those a lot, and he also uses little video clips or gifs that, and some of them I've really been happy to see them. I'm like, oh, that totally expresses an emotion that's complicated to explain, and some of them are things that I've never seen before, and he's just like a guy going like, I can't even think of a good example because I don't live in that area, I just don't spend my time thinking there, but he has this one guy who's expressing something to the cat or something, and he's a black guy and he expresses a certain emotion. I was like, oh yeah, that's totally what I feel about it. Like, because I said something and then he sent me that thing, and I was like, yes, that's exactly it. So occasionally it's like really right on the money,
What's his type? He leads with FE, so he's like
he's
a
ENFJ.
I have a friend who's an ENFJ, and it's not, like he's a good friend, but sometimes we have a hard time communicating. Like he, it's like that's one of the friends that sometimes I'm a little rude to on accident, and he has to kind of like stop me and like, hey, dude, that was like really rude, and I'm just like, oh shit, man, I'm sorry.
Well, they're great in a subordinate position. That's what you're supposed to. That's how you're supposed to interact with them. If you have them in that capacity, then they're great. If you can get them to buy into the team, if you're on some sort of a team sort of a thing, and they will believe. They'll believe in the team, and especially if you're doing something like I'm doing, where I'm doing coaching, and he's my speech coach. So the reason I have an ENFJ is because I handle the debate stuff with all the strategy and stuff like that. He was an interpreter in high school, which is the acting events where you go and you act out a scene, and you play up the emotions and stuff. And it's crazy when I hear him critiquing a duo, for example. A duo, they stand there and they'll want to play one character, want to play the other character, and they basically act out a scene. There's a bunch of specific rules because of the speech event. But anyway, regardless, when he's critiquing it, he sees things that I can't even dream of seeing. Like, no, he needs to... This would be funny, but you have to change the emotion here. You have to change it down and then bring it back up here, and then it'll work. It's like crazy like that, you know? Really precise in his reading of what the piece is doing emotionally to the audience as you proceed from the beginning to the end. It's exactly the type you want for that, right? It's FENI. Talking with famous people.